Well, let's get this started. So, I think it's super exciting. This is our first show of the year. We did take a little bit of a break the last couple of weeks of the year and the first week of the year. Really didn't think we were going to get a lot of people joining us anyway. So, everybody was I think they were just exhausted at the end of 2023 and they were just done with the year, didn't want to have anything to do with anything and wanted to disconnect a little bit, reset, and reboot for 2024.
Reboot. I've heard of that before.
Yeah, that might just be the theme of Momentum Builder this year is reboot, because that's what I think we all have to do is hit Control Alt Delete, forget the past, eliminate the blue screen, and move forward in 2024.
No doubt.
Don, I stole your opening. You usually do all that.
Now I'm letting you go. I'm making sure everybody knows what we're doing here. Doing a little posting. And,
Nice. Well, with us, we have the Josh Pitts. And I say the Josh Pitts because he is the Shred Show. In fact, Josh, we got to get on your Shred Show, bro.
Yeah, what the heck? Where you guys been? Where are you at, bro?
We were one of those people that were checked out rebooting.
I was gonna say now it's game on because we are so close to Momentum Builder 24. We're just around the corner, so it's time. We're gonna have you guys on the Shred Show. And there's so many great things that we can talk about. So, but first and foremost, I'm humbled and honored always to hang out with you guys. You do such an incredible job. You're two of those people, and I've told you this before, but I mean it. And I don't say this a lot. But you are two people who you and your team, not just you two, and Don and Gino, you do a fantastic job, but we all know behind the scenes as well, Sonia, Katie, and others. But you guys, you two in particular, you care about people. You care about the industry. I've been to a lot of events. I travel so many days out of the year. You guys, you truly make it not just about yourselves. It's not just about hey, it's about us. We're trying to build what we're focused on. You're about helping and serving the mortgage community and others. And you come from such a genuine and authentic place. I can't thank you two enough for all that you guys do. So I'm humbled, honored to be with you guys today, and even to be a part of Momentum Builder 24. And like you said, Gino, it's time to reboot, baby. What a better time to be doing it.
Well, thank you, Josh. I mean, look, it's funny that you bring that up because this morning, one of the things that I'm super happy with the last, 5 or 6 weeks is that my son started coming to the gym with me at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's a big ask for a 15-year-old. I mean, he really is pretty dedicated to it. Don sees him there all the time. He's kind of like,
I know that was all. Hey, he said goodbye to me today. He doesn't like speak. He's like a zombie. He does his workout, leaves, and like today, I'm like, see ya, and he's like, bye. I'm like, oh, he said bye.
So what I was going to bring up is that on the drive to there and from there, I have the opportunity to coach him a little bit. And so it was interesting, Don, that he did that because this morning and throughout the workouts, I was telling him, I was like, I know you're introverted and you don't like to like be out there with people and do your thing. I was like, but it's rude if you don't say hello and goodbye. It's just a common courtesy. And rude. and I told him, I said, it's a generational gap because I know that him and his friends, like he has one of our really close friends is almost his sister. They grew up together and they pass each other at high school. They don't even wave at each other. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? So I just think it's a generational gap. And so I explained to him, I said, look, you're going to have to evaluate what generation is somebody from and use the common courtesies of that generation with them. So at least you got a goodbye today, Don. We're working on it.
Right.
But hey, man, Josh, I also want to thank you because you have really done something for me and Don. And we're barely scratching the surface of what we can do with your new toy there, your new software. But I've gotten on my last 3 reels over, like I've got a cumulative over like 3,000 or 4,000 views. I never got that many views on my reels. So that's proof in the pudding that you could take a simple video, upload it to your system, and within 48 hours come back with something that's usable, beautiful, and looks like I really did a great job of editing where I didn't do anything but speak into the camera. I've been doing that for years, but it didn't look right.
Yeah, you have no problem speaking, Gino.
No. Everybody knows that. But I am excited about like the new opportunities that's opening up, and it's helping me think about how now I create content. Because I have so much, and I'm sure all of us do. If you just look in your phone, how much content do you have in your phone? If you were able to just compile it in an easy way, how much content do you have in your phone? And so I'm looking at a bunch of pictures and I'm like, I don't know how to do a reel with a bunch of pictures and all that. And I said, but what if I do a little intro video and then add 4 pictures?
Yeah.
Be a beautiful reel. So I'm excited. That's what I'm going to be doing. I've been more consistent. I think I'm up to like almost 5 posts in the beginning of the year, which is a lot for me. So try to get to 1 a day. That's the goal for the year. Try to get to 1 a day. Try to get to 1 a day.
Oh, that's
well, you make us look good, Josh.
Well, I mean, you guys already do the hard part. You look pretty good yourselves. I just got to do a little bit of tweaking, and it's all about trying to catch the attention of our communities. That's what it's all about. And that's exactly why we designed ShrEdit in the way that we did. And Gino, to your point, we've had so many people that have reached out to us like, oh my gosh, I'm getting more views on my reels. I'm getting more engagement on my videos. And it's just because we have been doing this for years now, years and years and years. And my example always is when people come to us and they're like, well, I'm going to do my own video editing. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Would you go do your own open heart surgery yourself? Like, is that something you would do? Like, I understand if you want to try to save. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest it. That's why doctors are trained in the way that they are, or attorneys are trained in the way that they are. They're really, really good at what they do. So let them be the experts. And people are like, well, I want to save money. And I'm like, again, I understand that. Do you want to save money on your heart surgery? If that's like, if you need it, is that something you want to be doing? No, you would pay for whatever you need to save your or a loved one's life. And Gino, to your point, so many of us are full of incredible information. We have so much value we can be sharing to our communities. And so many people talk about audiences. We have to remove the word audience from our vocabulary. Audience is somebody we're talking at. Community is people we're talking with. And that's what you guys have done such a great job building, is a community. People who trust each other, people who respect each other, people who are sharing ideas, people who we're helping and supporting one another. You're not just talking at them, you're talking because people feel it. We all know. And we've seen those people on social media before that they're just talking at us all the time. And you're like, okay, I get it. But when somebody's talking with you, they're truly trying to share something valuable because they care about you. They want to see you succeed in your success. That makes all the difference. And so that's what our team has done. We've done all the heavy lifting. We're looking at algorithms. We're looking at trends. We're looking at what's doing best. So when you send us a video, we already know what's going to work. We already know what captions, what style of fonts, what color graphics, what schemes, what images we should be putting in, because we've already been testing them. We already know. So Gino, you bring up such a good point. When you all have videos on your phone, or if you don't, now's the time to get started. As we've mentioned, and as the entire theme around Momentum Builder 2022 is reboot, now's the time to reboot. We all know social media is such a big play for all of us. And I have a few things today that I want to share with you, 3 key takeaways to really win in 2024. And Gino, you actually already mentioned one, which I want to tweak it just a tiny bit. It's create a plan, because whether you are posting once a day, and Gino, you literally, everybody always comes to me, well, Josh, I want to get to posting once a day. Perfect. I think that's a great goal. But and you nailed it too, Gino. You've posted a couple times, about 4 times since the beginning of the year. That's a good start. You have to have a plan to get to once a day. You can't go the Gary Vaynerchuk route and just start posting 10 pieces of content a day. It's not, you will burn yourself out. I have seen it time and time again. So maybe start with 2 or 3 times a week. That's a great place to start. Hell, twice a week, especially last year. Go back and look how many times you posted last year. And if you only posted a few times, then okay, twice a week's a great place to start. Maybe you did twice a week. Maybe it's time to ramp up to 3 or 4 or 5, whatever it is. Don't just come out the gate saying, I'm going to post once a day. I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to tell you, you're not. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. So create a plan to whatever you can fully commit to. And Gino, again, you mentioned this. Look on your phone right now. There is no lack of content ideas or opportunities. And something that we'll talk about here in just a minute too is personal content is trumping business content all day long. So create a plan, but also mix it up. Gino, you literally you could have read my script here today, because all of us know that video is king. Content is king, but video is queen, and she rules the roost. Like, let's just be honest. We all know that's the case. But that doesn't mean you have to be doing video all the time. Being that we launched the ShrEdit app, we want you to be doing more video. Of course, video does well. That's where the attention of our communities is at. But that doesn't mean you can't post a graphic. That doesn't mean you can't post a written blog type style content. Mix it up a little bit. So whatever your plan is, maybe you're going to do one video post a week. You're going to do one written post a week. You're going to do one graphic post a week. And utilize, so many of you have companies backing you that are providing you with some of this content. Utilize it. But you have to be showing up yourself as well. If you know me, I love video content. That is my medium. That's how I communicate with my community. That's what I really want to be utilizing the most. So I do way more video content than anything else. Find your niche, find your groove, find whatever you like to do on social media and go with it. Guys, I know this is something that you like both of that. Yeah, go ahead.
So for me, the reality of the matter was I had no problem filming videos. I just couldn't do anything to make them look sexy. So that's why I was using stories, because for me, stories was an easy place for me to just pop up a video. And look, even stories alone was like my first foray into doing this. But on my stories, I was getting about 350 to 400 views. On my reels, I'm now hitting 800, 900, 1,000. So if you're talking about, even if I did 2 posts a week, like you mentioned earlier, if I don't get to the every day of the week, that's 2,000 people that saw me this week. That is impactful. How else do you get to 2,000 people? I can't get to 2,000 phone calls. I can't get to 2,000 text messages. Maybe I could send 2,000 emails. That's for sure. But who's looking at email, right? It's not fun. It's not cool. Right. It's not digital. It's not, there's no video. There's no life to it unless you throw a bomb in there, which would be better than just sending a cold email. But at the end of the day, man, I am happy. And I feel like I'm just scratching the surface of what can be done.
You nailed it. You are just, but imagine this, Gino. So many of us are, and we as an industry, we as social media created this. We're so focused on vanity metrics. We want the views, and we're craving like, oh my gosh, I see this other loan officer, I see this other mortgage professional, I see this realtor. They're getting thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of views. I want to get there. I want millions of followers. No, you don't. Gino, because you just mentioned it, you were in front of 2,000 people. Imagine if you stood up on a stage. Most of us, you guys can because you're pros and you've been there. You've stood in front of large audiences. But 99% of all mortgage pros, they couldn't stand up in front of a crowd of 2,000 people and give a message. They just can't. They would be overwhelmed by it. So the fact that you can reach a community, people who know you, like you, and trust you, of 2,000 people, that's mind-blowing. And that is an amazing start. So many people ask me, well, Josh, the first thing they ask me is, well, I want to get to 10,000 followers. How do I do that? I'm like, forget about it. Don't worry about it. You've got 500 now. That's amazing. You've got 500 people who have chosen to follow you or to friend you or to literally, they're engaged with what you're doing. Focus on those 500. Make sure they see you. You're showing up for them. You're continually providing value for them. You don't need to go grow right now. You need to focus on what you already have. And they just need to see more of you. They need more content. They need more value. And they're just ready for it. People spend an average of 2.7 hours a day on social media alone. Social media. That's not just on their internet or phones. It's even more. But 2.7 hours a day on social media. So that just shows the attention of your community is there. You just need to show up more for them.
Boom.
John, we're going to let you talk.
Okay. No, you guys are on a roll. I have front row seats. Kind of cool. You guys are doing great. So Josh, here's the question a lot of us, and I'm sure our audience will have, or those who play the recording. There's always the question of a couple of things. How long should the message possibly be? And personal versus biz. Everybody's on that. Cool. How much personal noise in that? And I know there's no exact science. I do know that, but there's got to be somewhat of a guideline, to help us not overload, because there's certain people I know I have, like, it's overload. It's too much biz, or BS, meaning this is not even real. This is just trying to buy eyes. I don't like it. It's not authentic. I think, thank goodness that Gina and I know we've had this conversation before. It's more important than ever to be authentic again. Mm-hmm. People aren't all about just, let's check out that message. If it's authentic, I'll pay attention to it.
100%. So let's break down both of your questions. First and foremost, length of video. On Instagram right now, Reels can't be over 1:30. So you got basically 90 seconds to really capture people's attention. TikTok, they just went to a little longer. YouTube Shorts are even shorter. So it all depends on what platform. Let's just say my focus on all our videos, I try to shoot for under 45 seconds. Now, most people are like, what? Like, how can you get your message across in 45 seconds? It's because I focus on the message. I focus really on so many of us. And again, I love all of you, but as mortgage professionals, we talk people's ear off. Gino, I'm not talking about you in particular, bro. I love you. No, I'm just kidding. But really, we need to get to the point of our messages. So many of us, I literally taught a class on this on Tuesday this week about getting to the point. Sometimes I see people, and again, part of the ShrEdit app, we coach people on this. So they'll send in videos and saying, hey, everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Stop that shit. Like people people want you to be direct. They want you to go right into your message. So this dead space time, we cut it out of people's videos, and people will come back and like, hey, you cut the first 7 seconds out of my video. Yeah, because there was nothing there. Like it was use. I'm helping you get to the point of your message. I want you to be direct. I want you to really add that value. So to your first question, Don, I always tell people, keep it under 90 seconds. That's max. And right. I tell people too, when you're submitting videos to ShrEdit, if you're uploading them, they can be longer. I literally just did a video that was probably about 1:27 long, but we edited it down to about 29 seconds because there was dead space. I was talking to the camera. I knew what I wanted to say, but I had some ums in there. There's some dead space. So it's okay if you're talking to the camera, it's okay. Take a breath. Something I see a lot of too. This is just, video 101. Hit record. Take a deep breath and then start talking. So many people hit the record button and start talking as soon as they hit it. And usually we miss the first couple of, 2 or 3 seconds of what they're saying. Same thing with the ending. The worst thing that I see right now is people are reaching for the end. But see what I'm doing right now? They're reaching for the stop button before they're done talking. Finish your message and then hit the end button. It's okay. You can edit that stuff out. So Don, to that point, I absolutely say shoot for 90 seconds or less. If you're going to 2 minutes, okay, you're getting to that very, very edge of what's even allowed.
So I'll touch on that real quick because people, what we see, because we've been doing, we've been doing, interviews forever. Like we had our TV, our radio show, TV show, all that. One thing we have noticed, and then being on stage, and something we have actually gotten much better at, and is so. The only reason I want to hit this right now is a lot of you are like, okay, I only got 45 seconds to get my message out. Then you're like, so today the rates are going to be this, and later on today the price and the appreciation is going to be. They start worrying about getting
micro machines. It's not the real thing. Remember that?
They go too fast, and it's okay to slow down and make sure that you get your message out. It's okay for silence.
Yeah,
people freak, so they go, just don't say anything. It's okay. If you're regrouping, it's okay. Because that silence, you probably didn't even notice it, but it was whatever, a second, but everybody's like, yeah, oh, okay. So dude, everybody, I don't want everybody going, oh, I only got 45 seconds. It's 50 minutes. No, it's better to be like succinct in what your message is. And that Gino knows the message I always use, and it helps us. So the reason we went like Momentum Builder this year, we went to a TED Talk style this year, because we want everybody to get to the point. And when I talk to the speakers, and I know you're all in, you were part of the think tank that said, I like the idea, and all the speakers are like, really like it, is, one of the best orators ever, was Winston Churchill. And because he's such a great orator, they're like, how long does it take you to write your speeches? And he goes, well, it depends on how much time I have. And they go, what do you mean? I'm like, well, if you give me an hour, I can do a speech right now. Within an hour, I'll get my point across. He goes, now, if you tell me I have 10 minutes, it'll take me 2 weeks because I only have 10 minutes to get to the point. So we're learning that it's better, just get to the point. And if it's just one, that's okay. It doesn't have to be 8. Today, we're going to tell you where rates are at. Ta-da. Today, we're going to let you know where appreciation's at. Today, we're going to talk about why the market's not crashing. Boop. Yeah.
And Don, this is
those are pretty good cards, right? Because that was what I was thinking. Like a perfect example of my pet peeve right now, as I started watching videos with better social media eyes, is you don't want to say, hey, it's Gino here. They already know that. They're already on the feed. So what you want to say is insurance is California is shit right now. And people be like, yes, it is. And be like, but here's what we could do to solve that problem. So now you created the problem, you went right to it, and you have a solution.
Hook. Gino, hook. You want to hook them first. People know who you are. They wouldn't be following you if they did it. You can go down see Stephen commented, it's create the hook. The hook's what it's all about. If you create that hook, and something we do at ShrEdit, we create the hook for you even. We'll say, hey, this is what he's going into. We're going to create that hook for you. So you get right to the point, because now people are like, oh, now what is Gino going to talk about here? The insurance in California, shit, I didn't know that. Let's listen to what he's going to say for the next 45 seconds. And Don, even to bring in what you're saying too, you can break up multiple videos all the time. We have people that we're editing videos for right now that they're doing like a 4-part series on just mortgage insurance. You can break it up. And people are like, well, do people really want 4 videos on mortgage insurance? Sure. Because they're not going to see every single one of them. You got to remember how social platforms work. Just because you post a video doesn't mean your entire community is going to see it. All your followers, all your friends, they're not all going to see it. The more content you're putting out, the more valuable it is, the more people are interacting with you, then more and more people are going to see it. So yes, you can do a 4-part series on what rates are doing, on what this has been. Or Gino did some incredible videos while he was, out traveling the world, doing some amazing things. He recorded video while he was there, and he shared that personal, which goes into what your second question was, Don. How much personal to business content? There is no perfect formula. There's no perfect. We have tried so many different times to say it's this, and we've tested it on our own platforms. I really say whatever you can do. I always lean on the side of personal. And look at Gino's. Gino set this up perfectly. His personal videos have been performing better than his business videos. It all depends on how you
involved.
Well, exactly. Especially when food or wine or cheese or something delicious that we're all like, yeah, especially at the beginning of the year, we're all coming off of, now we got to go to the gym more often, and we're seeing some of food. We're like, yeah, food. But personal content always performs better than business content, like hands down. Sure, there's a few other people. Ask Min Win, or What's a Mortgage. If you guys know Ask Min, he does an incredible job, and he puts out a ton of business content. We edit all his videos. As a matter of fact, he just had a video that we put out that just hit 1.7 million views in 4 days. And it's because it was a great message. We'd had amazing editing, and it was to the point, but it was business related. Min is all about business. And we've had this discussion. Every once in a while, he'll share something personal, but it's all about business. So Don, there is no perfect solution. If you're providing valuable content for your community, it doesn't matter if it's personal, it doesn't matter if it's business, they're going to show up. They're going to watch. Now, caveat, most of you just getting started, you're going to need to put in a little bit more personal content, because now you're just starting to share. If you're just starting this journey, or you're just rebooting this, people need to connect with you again. People need to reestablish that really, because you haven't shown up. If all of a sudden you just show up to a party, we just came off the holidays and you were attending parties and you were seeing friends and family. If you just walked into the door and said, hey, everybody, did you hear what rates are doing? The Fed is going to drop rates by this, this, and this. Your friends would look at you like, what the hell is he talking about?
Oh, that's why they put me at the kids' table.
Exactly. They shun us if all of a sudden we're showing up too strong. So we have to give them okay, I'm reestablishing myself. I'm reconnecting with my community. Sharing, Don and I, we love motocross. We love riding motorcycles. We love to be outside. You can share that stuff with them. Maybe you're out on the track and you want to share a little message about what rates are doing. Mix in your personal element with your business element. It's okay to be doing those things. And I tell everybody this because to this point, so many people are like, well, should I be hiring a video editing crew? No, you shouldn't even be buying a camera. Min is a great example. I just saved Min. I'm kind of toting this because I just had a call with him this morning. I just saved Min $7,000 a month because he fired his entire video crew. He's like, I don't need it anymore. I've got a phone, I've got a microphone, and you do all the editing. You don't need anything crazy, ladies and gentlemen. You just need your phone. All iPhones and Androids these days, they have an amazing camera built into them. They have a great microphone. Just use what you have and stop making excuses. Just hit the record button. Start sharing personal content. Start sharing business content. To Don's point, you just need to be showing up more. There's no perfect algorithm, but if I'm going to tell most of you on here listening today, definitely err on the side of more personal content going into this. I'm not saying you can't ramp up to more business content, but again, you have to reestablish that trust with your community and with the people who have shown up for you.
So let me dive into that for a second, Josh, because what I think is the reason people work with people is because they like them and they trust them.
Yep.
Work with them. Now, you could also be the expert. You have to be the expert and prove that you're the expert. But realistically, why would someone choose the difference between Don and I? Let's just say we have absolutely equal knowledge. Then how do they make their decision? They make their decision by who they like. And who are they going to like? People they have hobbies in common with, or people that have kids because they have kids, and those kinds of things. So that's why the personal content is so important. It could be the difference maker in someone's decision when looking at two things that are seemingly similar. And for me, social media is not a place to generate leads. It's a place for people to validate once they've been referred. Who is this person and do I like them before they ever call you? So that's what your social media image does for you, is it allows someone to validate whether they like you or not. Let's just say they got 3 referrals. How do they pick who they're going to call? They're going to go to social media. They're going to check everybody out. They'll be like, that guy's cool. I like food too. Boom. You know?
Well, you're not getting very many vegetarians following you, Gino.
Oh, no. I have no likes from India.
you know what's really funny about what you're saying, Gino, is Hootsuite, who's one of the largest social media data analytics companies in all of in that realm and within that space, is they put out this really interesting study recently that 72% of consumers will actually do business with somebody they just know and that are showing up for them more often than anybody else. It's not even the like or trust factor anymore. They need to be showing up. They just need to know who the heck you are. The like and the trust factor can come down the road, but this is what I'm telling people. The big companies, let's call it as the Rocket Mortgages of the world, they're spending millions on showing up. They just want people to know who the hell they are. Because they know it converts over time. So all you need to be doing right now is you need to be showing up. You need to let them know you again. The like and trust factor will come. And that's going to come through the things that you're sharing, through the wines that you're having, that you're enjoying with the family, through the meats and the cheeses that you're grilling, Gino, or the experiences that we're sharing with people. That will come with time. Right now is for the time for you to get your community to know you again. As you're rebooting to 2024, show up for them. So they're like, oh yeah, I see you, Don. Oh, I see you, Gino. I see you, Scott. Like, it's really important for them to just know you right now. And then you can build on top of that, which brings me to my number 2 of my 3 things I want to share with you. Number 1 was create a plan. Number 2 is be yourself. You have to, Gino or Don, you mentioned this earlier. Authenticity is it was a buzzword on social media for a little while as, oh, you have to be authentic. You have to be genuinely you. But more than ever, from all the top influencers, from all the companies that we work with, from all the different masterminds that we are in, we're seeing the video content and content in general perform best when it's authentically you, being yourself, unapologetically. It's okay. Maybe you say some ums and ahs. Maybe you don't speak so well as Don and Gino do. Maybe you don't show up maybe you think you have, a face for radio. We hear that all the time. It doesn't matter. Again, people are following you, see, and Don's pointing to himself like, no, we all, people see us, people follow us, our friends. When we walk into our room, our friends aren't like, damn, like they got to work on some stuff here. No, people just like us the way they are. So show up for them in that way. And here's something I get a lot. People will reach out to me, and both Don and Gino, you guys know this about me. I'm kind of, and as you can see here, I speak fast. I move my hands a lot. I'm kind of over the top with energy and enthusiasm. That's who I am. That's who I'm always going to be. People always ask me, well, John, yeah, ADD too. Like it's squirrel. I'm looking over here.
You can add as many letters as you want. He gets them all. ADDHD, ADHD, like all of them.
I don't know what AD is, but the doctor just told me I got 80 of them bitches. Woo! See, that's our ADD get sidetracking us. But when we're showing up as ourselves, people really connect with us more. It goes back to what we were just talking about. People really just want to see us in our genuine element, whether it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. People want more of that. And you mentioned stories earlier, Gino. Stories are a backstage pass. They're kind of the raw, the unfiltered, what's happening. Like what's happening in your life. People want to see that. Craig mentioned something really important. I'm not dancing. That's okay. You don't need to dance. There are some people out there who are like the TikTokers of the world. They're out there doing their thing. And hey, I'm not that type of guy. Every once in a while, my team's like, hey, we should do something like this. Some people are up for it. But Craig brings up a great point. If that's not you, don't go try to be that. If you're not over the top and enthusiastic, don't try to be Josh. Don't try to be Don. Don't try to be Gino. Whoever you are, you can be that person and your community will connect with that. As a matter of fact, it's way more important for you to show up originally as that because they will see through the bullshit. Like social media is a very good, there's almost a bullshit meter when people can see like, that's not really Don. Like he's almost putting on an act. I'm not trying to cast you for the next Steven Spielberg picture. You're trying to show up as you. You're not trying to be in a movie. You're just trying to show up as you. People go to the movies to see characters. I don't want a character. I want you. So that is something that is so incredibly important.
One of Don's famous lines, because when we were doing ADTV and the American Dream TV show, we had a couple of guest hosts that were coming on with us and everything. And then one of them goes, I don't want to do this anymore. And then Don says, well, why not? He said, I don't like the way I look on camera. He goes, just so you know, that's the way you look. I was like, oh shit.
The camera makes me look fat. I'm like,
no. Don looked at me one time. He goes, hey,
this is funny.
This is great. He goes, we don't pull any punches. Don goes, they say the camera adds 10 pounds. Don goes to me, he goes, how many cameras you got on you, bro?
That's true friendship right there.
Right? He's like, shut up, man. He's like, yeah, the cameras make me look fat. I'm like, how many are on you then?
He's got a whole studio around
it's
him,
a rough
man.
crowd.
He's got every angle looking at you. No, you look great, Gino. And to that point, I tell people a lot of times, and you guys have seen me speak on stage, I tell people all the time, pull out your camera, take a picture of yourself, show it to your neighbor. Do you look the same in that picture as you do in person? Of course you do. Like, stop overthinking it. We look exactly the same. If you meet with people in person, you should be doing videos. If you think you look bad on camera, what does your spouse think? Never mind. We won't get into that. But
you're going to go there.
I say, but that's what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all beautiful in our own right. We have God-given gifts and talents and traits. Just be you. Like, it's okay for you to be yourself because that's what your community is expecting you to be. If you show up any other way, like I said, they're going to see through it very, very quickly.
So and it's going to, I've changed my headshot to yours, Josh.
Yeah. And then you actually create distrust. And then all of a sudden you've done the opposite. Now your community doesn't trust you at all. And now you've got to try to go back and win them over, which is so difficult to do. So just be yourself. That's my number 2 thing or really be yourself in this. And I want to hit my third one. And then if we have questions and answers, we can jump into those and you, the three of us can continue to chop it up. But number 3,
important question for you later, by the way.
Okay. Keep your question because I want to answer it. So my number 3, number 1, create a plan. Number 2, be yourself. Number 3, focus on community. You've heard me probably say it at least a dozen times, but when I say focus on community, spend time engaging with them. And I mean this, all of you should set a timer on your phone to take 10 minutes a day and set a timer because we all get trapped in the scroll. We all will go scroll mindlessly. We'll pull up Instagram, we'll pull up Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Next thing we know, 2.5 hours have gone by and we've been watching cooking videos and people mowing lawns on TikTok. Don't do that. Set a timer for 10 minutes and you have to really engage with people in a meaningful way. Craig Davis likes woodworking. Everybody has their thing that they like to watch, but take 10 minutes and be like, okay, I'm going to go see what Don posted today. I'm going to go see what Gino posted today. Oh, they posted about this. Maybe it's a realtor. Maybe it's a CPA, a financial planner. Who's ever in your realm, go engage with them. And don't just hit the like button. Don't just hit the heart button. Take time to say, Don, this message truly resonated with me today. I appreciate you sharing this. Because this does 2 things. I'm going to share a little bit of a hack here, a little secret for everybody. Not only are you making Don feel good about what he posted, you're literally, when somebody reacts or engages with our post, this has been proven, a physical change happens in our body. Endorphins, oxytocin begin to flow. We get excited. Literally a human connection happens with me and Don because I just engaged with him. We're not even in person. But because I took the time to engage with him, he feels more connected to me. He feels like he trusts me more. He feels like our relationship has deepened purely because I took the time to go engage with him. That's how crucial engaging with your community is. People, this is the one thing that people miss. They start posting, creating content, posting. Josh, I'm showing up, but I'm not getting any results because you have to go engage with your community. You can't just expect to put something out and for them just to come show you the love. You have to go engage with them. Craig mentioned, engage before your post or after. Both. Like, engage before you post. Go engage with your community and then post whatever you have planned for that day. If you do this, I promise you, more than anything, you will see your engagement, your content flourish more than anything else, even more than putting out more and more content. Take the time to go engage with your community 10 minutes a day. I promise you, you will see this just absolutely skyrocket. And plus, collaborate. Go do collaboration posts, whether it's a local restaurant, whether it's a local business. Go take the time and collaborate, create content together. Something that I love doing through our ShrEdit app, we actually will create content for your realtors. You can pick partners that you can do videos for them. How valuable is that? You can start recording content for your realtor partners, helping them with future content. You really want to be valuable? That's one way. You say, yeah, I've got an editing team in my pocket. I can go create content for you. Start focusing on community and providing value for them, and they'll provide value for you.
Boom.
If only you had some passion in you, Josh.
I know, right?
Yeah,
no.
You had a question. Is that still relevant, or did you knock it out of the park and cover it?
Doesn't matter.
No. It's a personal question, so I'll make sure. I just want to ask because I'm just going to hold them accountable to something we spoke about as friends, because this is a live, feed. We're talking. We're just friends hanging out. But Josh, I didn't get an answer whether you could join me on the Rip the Cabo, buddy.
Ooh, I'm glad he mentioned this.
Oh, damn!
I'm calling you out. Rip the Cabo. Just so you guys know, this is only 35 people in the world get to be invited on this event, and you ride all the way from the border of San Diego, start in Tijuana, and ride 15 to 1,600 miles for 8 days through dirt, rock, silt. It's not a tour all the way to Cabo, and it gets filmed, and it will be played on the X Games as a special. And I was trying to get my boy Josh to join me and a few of my friends on this epic adventure.
Which is an amazing opportunity, an epic adventure. And unfortunately, this year, I'm not going to be able to join you. There's a reason why. Here's why. Some of you have heard me talk about this a little bit, and I'm going to share it for those who are on this. We're in the process of selling our house here in Utah, and we're moving somewhere. This has to do a lot with why I can't join you. And I can only share bits and pieces of it right now, because you will see why when I actually share this announcement. But didn't you just move? No, Sonia, we've been in the process. The house actually fell through. Today's a big day. Actually, we'll kind of leave it at that. We are moving, but it's where we're moving that limits being able to do that adventure with you. So I'm going to leave it at that. There's a lot more.
Moving out of the country?
I'm just saying some big things are coming. So we're still gonna be present, of course, in everything that we do here. But Don, yeah,
I don't mean to interrupt the personal talk here, but do you think we should show one of the videos that we edited this week?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you totally can.
Sonia has it ready. I want to make sure everybody sees the difference and imagines to them the difference between what it was and what it is, kind of like a before and after. We're not going to go through the before and after. We're only going to show the after, but everybody can imagine what it looks like as the before. So Sonia, if you could pull that up real quick. So for Momentum Builder, we've asked each one of the speakers to send us a video. And Barry was gracious enough to send us a video. And of course, he's eloquent as always, and the lighting's nice and all these things. But how do you social media spin that and like pump it up a notch? And so you guys did that for us, and they did the same one, the same thing for us with Todd. But let's take a look at that Barry video if we can.
This is Barry Habib. Wanted to, first of all, wish you a wonderful 2024 ahead. Congratulations for surviving 2023. Not the easiest of years. Interest rates moving higher, sales slowed down on real estate, but appreciation was still strong. As we enter 2024, congratulate yourself because you survived. And there's a lot of folks, unfortunately, that didn't make it here into the next round. But as a way for you to ensure a wonderful year ahead, because there's a lot to look forward to. Real estate sales should improve. Interest rates continuing to start to improve, should get better. The Fed should be on our side for the next few years now. So things are really looking up. And why not keep the momentum going by going to Momentum Builder in Las Vegas, February 20th to the 22nd. It is going to be an incredible event with some top-notch speakers. I have the pleasure of speaking on the 21st, and I'm also going to be interviewing Danielle DiMartino after she gives a keynote speech. If you don't know Danielle, look her up. She worked at the Fed. She is someone that everyone goes to for the latest inside information onto how the Fed is thinking, what we should be looking at economically. Her Quill report is read by all the who's who in the industry, finance. So make sure you attend this. There's a lot of other speakers who will be delivering some great messages for you. It's going to be fast, a lot of action, a lot of networking. So please attend, get the information attached to this note. But I look forward to seeing you in Vegas, February 20th to the 22nd at Momentum Builder. Always an amazing event. See you soon. Hey there, mortgage friends. This is
Boom. Cool.
Beautiful video. And so for those that didn't get to see the raw video, what we added there, what Josh's team added to that was zoom in, zoom out, picture in picture, stickers, sound, graphics. Did you notice every time a sticker came in, it said, you know,
that was cool.
All of those things, what they do is they keep you engaged. They keep you on there longer. And the longer you're on it, the more people they're going to show it to. That's just the way the algorithm works. So have you ever watched these videos that look like they're going to get to something and they never get there, they never get there, they never get there, they never get there? You just got suckered into an algorithm play. So the reality is all of those little toys and gadgets and fun stuff that you're doing there, that's what's winning right now. And I love that you started the show by telling us that you study that stuff. We don't. So why am I going to try to do it myself when I could just upload the video and get this beautiful thing back that's going to work? It's going to be the right thing for the right time. Multicolored captions. I mean, I feel like I'm becoming an expert just by watching the before and afters.
Yeah. And Gino, you mentioned something that is so critical. We do study this. And like you actually saw in the middle of that video, did you notice how there were less noises and transitions? We've actually studied that middle of video should actually have less. We've spent the time, we spent so many hours dedicating to this practice. And we actually have literally talked with the best of the best. I mean, some of the top groups in the world to know where should transitions be? Where is attention being lost? So we know exactly what should be appearing when. That's why having a service, having a team that knows that is so critical to your future success with videos. I'm not saying it can't be like, you can go do your own thing, but why waste the time? Why, when somebody can be there doing it for you? It's just so much better when you have somebody helping you that already knows what's going to help you perform well. So somebody like Barry, who does such a phenomenal job, they can just get up there and share an incredible message. But with the noise of social media right now, you have to find a way to stand out. You have to find a way, as Gino pointed out, to keep the attention of your community. If you're not doing that, they're going to scroll. They're literally, and this was astonishing to me. Talking head videos, 82% of them are watched without sound. If you are not having those captions on your videos right now, you are missing a huge amount of views. People will just scroll past them. They're like, yeah, maybe they're, at the office. Maybe they're somewhere where they can't listen to it at the time. So they're just going to scroll by. If they can't see what you're talking about, they're moving right on by.
Hey,
so
we're starting to slide into the home stretch here. I have one last question and then I'll let you two wrap it up. In fact, I'm probably going to ditch you guys because I got to get on the road to go to a meeting. But one of the questions that I wanted to ask was, don't be a newscaster. At least this is the way I feel about it. Today, CPI information came out. If you do a video on CPI today, you are one of 642,000 loan officers that did a video on CPI.
There's not that many left, Gino.
I'm just kidding. But
we're down to 80,000.
Half of them did a video on CPI today. And so, is that good or bad? Like, do you want to be like the guy that's reporting, gal, that's reporting the latest news? Because then you're going to be just like everybody else doing that. I would say, don't talk about what everybody else is talking about. Talk about something different. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just something I've been noticing. And of course, I have like 50 loan officers in my feed. So I see CPI, 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 CPI. I'm like over it.
Okay, this is where I am. I'm going to correct Gino on this one. I love him, but I'm not going to completely correct him because he's right. You don't want to be talking about the exact, put your spin on it. If Don and Gino and I, if we had CPI, if that was our topic, all three of us are going to do something a little bit different. We're all going to put our own spin on it. And I'm with you, Gino, it drives me crazy. I follow thousands of loan officers and real estate agents. So I see the same stuff all the time, but those 1,000 loan officers that's not even that much. Let's call it a couple hundred that actually do it. They're showing up for their community. And just because we see all of them because we're following them doesn't mean their communities are seeing all the other hundreds of loan officers that we're seeing. So to that point, I do agree with you. You don't want to be doing what everybody else is doing. But if it is valuable, if it's truly pertinent to your community, that's okay. Maybe, Gino, you put out an amazing video and I wasn't going to do a video about CPI, but I watched your video and I'm like, damn, that's a really good point. I need to share that with my community. Do it. If you have that thought, go and be like, okay, I'm going to put my own spin on it. Everybody knows my favorite book of all time is Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. And it's Steal Like an Artist. If you see something that Don does, Gino does, myself, I put out content for people to steal. I will literally tell people, I'm doing this so you can steal it and go make it, go share this exact same message with your community. So sure, to your point, Gino, I do agree with you to an extent. Don't be that person who's just like, oh, I'm going to follow, I'm riding Gino's coattails. Don't be that person. Have a little bit of personality, mix it up with your own content. But at the same time, if it's performing well, then maybe that's something you should be sharing. So that's just my quick take on that one. There's a lot of comments in there of where. Oh,
I want to make sure also they know where to get this.
Yes.
Where are they going to get this info from you, buddy? How do they get ShrEdit?
They can go to ShrEditClips.com. You can go to ShrEditClips.com. I'll drop a link in the chat. So ShrEditClips.com. It's on Android. It's on, Android and iPhones. You can literally download it from the app. And just for this group, just for us here, we're doing a discount for 25% off any of the different plans. 25% off if you use code MMB24. MMB24 will give you a 25% discount till the end of the month on any of the plans. We have beginner plans. We have pro plans. We have elite plans. If you're ready to take it to the whole new level, we want to support you in your video efforts. So from now to the end of the month, if you use code MMB24 at checkout, this is only valid through January. Sonia nailed it. Plus, maybe you just want to test the waters. We'll do a free video for you. If you're just like, hey, let's see what this is, go download the app right now. We'll do a free video for you. We'll send it to you within the next 48 hours so you can really test it out, try it out. We want to see you guys dominate on social media, and this is just one of the ways you can do
it. That's a nice discount, by the way. That's a nice little surprise for our Momentum Builder members. Very nice of you, Josh. Because we know the power in what you let us beta test it, and it's so easy, and you make us look so good because it does all the things we know we should have with the captions and the emojis, and just it is engaging. I just was watching because I saw the original Barry clip, and of course he's eloquent as always, but I was 100% more engaged because I couldn't wait to see what ShrEdit was going to come up with in his video. I'm like, with a little ding, Danielle DiMartino pops up, ding, Vegas pops up. I'm like, that is so cool. And it's totally unique. And I'm proud of you, Josh, because you've been touting and training people about social media. And now you gave them the tools that's makes it that much easier. Very, very cool.
I cannot thank you guys enough for your support. This has been a long time coming. And it's great. It's been in big part to mentors like you guys who have really kind of helped us and our team along the way. So we appreciate the support. We're looking forward to helping the entire Momentum Builder community grow this year, succeed. So many people we know 2023 was a struggle year. 2024 is the reboot year for all of us. It's time to hit that reboot button, to show up more for our communities, to provide value for them. And that's what we're here to do for all of you, is to help you stand out, create that video, upload it. And again, keep your community's attention because they're ready for you.
Well, speaking of community, we know you'll be part of Momentum Builder 24, February 20th through the 22nd. There it is, reboot. We're ready. And what's unique is if some of you have seen, like you go to momentumbuilder.com and you look at the list of speakers, you're like, yeah, I've seen them before. That's what you're going to say. I've heard it, but we totally changed the format. There's a reason these speakers come back every year. There's a reason we bring Josh back every year. They have valid strategies that are working in today's market. These are the doers. These are the implementers. These are the people that get it done. But we're bringing them to the stage this year with a different format. They're getting TED Talk style, meaning they only have 20 minutes to get to the freaking point. Just like we were talking about, get to the point with your videos. We're doing the same thing. And then we're going to do live Q&A so that you can make sure that you understand their message and how to implement the message. That is key. A lot of us hear it and go, that sounds great, but I'm not quite sure what to do next. What are the next steps? Or I didn't quite understand that. This is going to be very interactive. These speakers are going to be part of the community. They're going to be part of the event. They're going to be at the networking events. This is going to be a completely unique experience that will change your personal and professional life. Guarantee, or we'll give you your money back. That's no problem. Guarantee.
100%. No problem with that. After all the reviews that we had from last year, everybody absolutely loved the event, and we continue to evolve. We continue to get better. We continue to fine tune. Just like every year, you got to get better. Barry said it last year, actually, at Momentum Builder. People were telling him, that's the best I've ever heard you say your speech. And he says, that's because I try to get better at it every single time. And that's the reality is for Momentum Builder, every day when you wake up, if you're not getting better, you're stale.
All right, you're going backwards.
Or you're getting older, you're getting bad.
Yep. When you're competing with us, good luck.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
So make sure, but we have limited seating, so everybody better get their tickets soon.
I was going to tell everybody, do it now. This is the time to jump in, to be engaged. If you really want to, as Craig mentioned, if you want momentum for this year to reboot, get your tickets now. This is something, like I said, I go to events across the country. I go to so many of them every single month. This one is different. And this one in particular, like you mentioned, Don, some of these speakers you may have seen before, but you've never seen them in this way. If you've ever seen a TED Talk, the energy, the focus that goes into them, this is going to change your business. This is going to give you momentum. It's going to help you reboot your business for 2024. Get your ticket now. I can't wait to see all you there.
Did you record that? Damn it. I want that by the end of the day. We want your video because we're pushing this out. We're using ShrEdit for all our videos, by the way. As you know, Josh, we're actually taking everybody's, because it was so cute. Katie was like, we're talking to Eric Levin and Alex Kusishin today. We're like, we want your video. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. And she's like, no, just grab your phone, record a 60-second or less video about why everybody should be at Momentum Builder and send it to me, and I'll have it edited and ready to go. Like, good for you. Look at you. And she said, we're going to put it through ShrEdit, and it's going to make you look good. So
let's go.
Great stuff. So Josh, thank you. Gino might have dropped off because he's going to an important appointment right now. And Roland, next week, that dude brings it, man. He shoots between the eyes, and no better time than now to get somebody like Roland, who's going to tell you how to be successful in 2024. Because right now everybody's renewed, everybody's excited. Josh, I just sat with my whole team. We had 28 of us, I think, and I asked everyone what they felt about 24. Unanimously, everybody feels better about 24. So what are you going to do about it, though? Everybody says, I'm going to have a better year, but how? Roland, you, Momentum Builder, that's how you're going to find out how to make those changes and adjustments and know the strategies that you need to know. So make sure you're here next week with Roland. Make sure you sign up for our Momentum Builder community Facebook page now. Josh helped us build that out, by the way. Invite all your friends. And then we have our app. We almost had 1,000 already in our app, buddy.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, just organically. So all of you, hopefully you're part of our app. It has all kinds of great information in there, discounts and more coming with our membership that's coming up. So great stuff. Josh, we love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
I'm wearing my hat proud.
And I couldn't leave you guys, but I'm going to jam now.
Very cool. Thanks, Gino.
Thanks, guys. You're freaking awesome.
Gino's passionate about this stuff. You see him getting better and better at this stuff. So you just made our life better. So hopefully everybody goes to shreditclips.com. Take advantage of this opportunity. And Josh, love you, buddy.
Love you too, brother.
Thank you, everyone that was part of our show today. And make sure you stay engaged in community. And we'll see you at Momentum Builder. And we'll see you next Thursday. Peace out. Thanks, Josh. Later.